Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Sharon Mandia, and you're watching Living with S. Now, to break the week, we're getting into a world that I'm willing to bet is unfamiliar to a lot of us. That is the world of Forex trading. Do we really know what goes on? And that's why we invited the expert. We've got Joshua Matumo, who's the MD of 4th Street Consultant, but he's also a Forex trading coach and mentor. So, Joshua, good morning.
Good morning to you.
How are you feeling today?
It's a good day.
It's a good day. It's a little chilly.
It's a little chilly, but
yeah, it's a good day.
Yeah.
You did actually even point out how great the view is from up
I
here.
love the
yeah,
view.
we're at Parkade by Radisson, by the way.
Yeah.
Great view from 11th floor. But now let's dive deep into the world of Forex trading. I'll be the first to admit I don't know much about this. But that's why I'm excited, because I really and truly will be starting from scratch when it comes to you breaking down what you do for a living.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, can you tell me about your journey? Did you always know that you would get into this world of Forex trading and money and trying to build, asset
First of all,
portfolio?
I actually hope I make you a trader by the end of the interview.
Oh, you want to make me a trader by the end?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Then I started trading a while ago when I was in college at Strathmore.
Okay.
So it was actually random. Because I was in the library doing assignments and listening to some economics videos, and then a video pops out like, did you know you can make money trading online? And so that got me curious.
Okay.
So I started researching, and that's what the start of the journey.
So what were you studying at Strathmore?
I was doing accounts.
Accounts?
Yes.
Oh, so numbers was familiar to you?
It was familiar, but
Okay.
I came to learn a little later that it wasn't even a numbers game.
Oh, really?
It's more of an art, actually.
An art?
It's an art.
An art. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah.
can you break down what this art is? What is Forex trading?
Forex trading in layman terms is just the exchange of currencies. You know, like the way you have some dollars and you want to go exchange and get some Kenya shillings or get some euros in case you're traveling. That's basically Forex. But then us, we dive deeper into exchanging different international currencies at different market prices. And so what we do is we take advantage of the difference in the pricing. So we exchange one currency for another. For instance, if we have pounds, we exchange pounds for euro. And so if it's buying and selling of currencies and commodities. So if I bought low and sold a little bit high, I make a margin. So I make the multiplication of how much I sold, then I have my profits.
Right.
Yeah.
So interesting that you said it's the buying and selling of currencies and commodities.
And commodities.
So it's not just currencies.
It's not just currencies. We trade crude oil in Forex. We trade gold in Forex.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are the different things that you can trade? Because I'm sure there's a limit. You can't be trading bread and milk.
Yeah.
So what are you looking for? What are you allowed to trade?
Well, personally, and what we train people to do is we train in major currencies. We call them the majors. The majors are the currencies of major economies. We're talking about the Great Britain pound, we're talking about the euro, we're talking about the Australian dollar, we're talking about the New Zealand dollar.
The American dollar.
Yeah,
I'm
the
assuming.
US dollar that's
the
like
Chinese.
the SI unit for the Forex trading. And then of course we mash it up with gold as well and oil.
Gold and oil.
Yeah, they're all traded in the Forex market.
Okay.
They are valued in terms of the dollars. So no pressure about getting to, to find out how much oil is selling at. It's valued in terms of dollars already for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, I think I'm getting it, but pardon me if I keep asking questions and you're like, what are you? So why gold and oil? Is it because it's a finite resource?
Yeah.
Why those two?
Basically, for those who know even a little bit about Forex trading, they know that you make money out of volatility.
Okay.
When the currency, even in the stocks market, it's only when the currencies and the stocks are moving up and down, that's when you get to sell and buy to make money. And so for gold, it's a globally accepted commodity, and the valuation is a bit high, and therefore there's a lot of opportunities between gold and oil. It's widely traded, and so it's volatile in the market, and so it's in the differences when it's moving that you get to make money. So it's a personal choice that you get to choose what to trade in the Forex market.
Okay.
Yes.
So in order for you to make money, you ought to ideally buy when it's low and sell when it's high.
Now, even better, in Forex, you don't have to necessarily buy when it's low. You can make money both ways. if you want to make money when the market is going down,
Yeah.
you sell.
Okay.
If you want to make money when the market is going up, you buy. So all you do is analyze the markets, look for opportunities, and this is what we train people to do at our company.
Okay. So what's the difference between Forex trading and the stock market?
Now,
Or the money market.
the latter is what you were explaining. The stock markets, you have to buy low. You have to buy low, then wait for some appreciation, and then sell high. That's when you make money.
Right.
And then you have to again time, and then again for the stock to come a little bit low, and then you buy again, and then you sell high. The Forex market is wider. It's you know, we have a platform where we trade Forex. It's called the MetaTrader platform, and all these currencies and commodities.
Is that an international platform?
It's an international platform.
Okay.
For instance, for those investing in the NSE, you need a CDS account in order to deposit, and then you can always check on the stocks and buy and sell. Now, for Forex traders, we deposit money with brokers, and then you get the account, the MetaTrader account.
So there is
there's a medium.
A medium,
yes,
right.
where you deposit your funds in order to trade them. So that's a channel. That's what gives you the leeway or access to the Forex market. So you just deposit your funds with a brokerage firm.
Okay.
And we're privileged to have 2 brokerage firms in Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then of course you can access your funds online. And then what you need is the skill to analyze the markets, because it's all online.
Okay, all right, it's all online.
Yeah.
So by depositing your funds with the brokers, it doesn't mean you're saying, hey, take my money, I'm going to wait 3 months for my 20%.
No, there's a point on that. We have 2 types of brokers. We have the dealing broker and the non-dealing broker. The dealing broker has a license. That is, if you strike a deal to trade on behalf of, on your behalf. A non-dealing broker only gives you the access, so you need the skill to trade.
So let's deal with the non-dealing broker first before we try and figure out how to get the right dealing broker so we don't get conned. But so with the non-dealing broker, you're saying you deposit the funds, but then you have to have certain skill sets, an analytic mind. What can you take me through how you even acquired these skill sets? What did you need to learn or study in order to understand this space?
Now, let me, I think to explain that better, it's important for me to explain how the Forex market works and what we teach at our company. We teach willing people to learn how to analyze markets using price action. Price action is patterns that form as the market moves. Forex, the reason I was saying it's an art, it's based on the fact that history repeats itself. Certain patterns that have happened before are going to happen now, and they're going to happen again. So we train people to master these patterns. So when this pattern happens, what is next? The market is going up, so I buy. So when this other pattern happens, we know that we're getting ready to sell because the market is about to go low. So that's price action. And that's a skill we teach.
You have to be a historian of sorts.
It's all in the charts, though. You don't have to read and everything. It's in the charts, in the Forex charts. And
the Forex charts have what? They say, can you give me an example of what that chart would it say?
The chart is basically a graphical representation of the price. It's just a price, how the markets are moving. You see how the NSE has these indications of price going up and down. That's the same thing.
But I'm sure it was it was responding to something in the economy.
Price.
Maybe a change, a change in governance, or what is it? What is causing that fluctuation?
Buyers and sellers. Every time, let's say I place an order, I have influence on the market because I've put my money is running in the market. Another trader in Washington does a trade. Another trader at the bank does a trade. And so this is what keeps the markets moving. And then financial news as well. Let's say, the US has announced a major policy of the economy, and people think it's going to affect the dollar in a positive way, then traders are more likely to buy the dollar. So news as well affect the markets. So there's a couple of factors, but everything is represented in the charts because that's where the prices move. And that's what we teach people, to read the charts.
So but I wish I had a chart in front of me because I don't know if the questions I'm asking seem a little ridiculous to you, but I'm just wondering, these charts, maybe they date back 20, 30 years.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
So is it that you're seeing that this season, this is generally what happens, that it just goes up, or is it based on like what besides?
That's actually you're getting it.
So it's a season.
It's days and hours and it's dates, as you say.
Yeah.
It dates back to about 30, 40 years.
Oh, okay.
And so you can always go back and check over last year, how did the stock market, how did this pair do? What was the chart pattern that created on this pair? So for example, let's say assuming today is a Monday, yeah, it's let's say it's 10 or 11 or 12.
Yeah.
So that means this is the current market price. Like if we're looking at the chart, then we have the current market price.
Okay.
And so you can always now go back and analyze the patterns, and you kind of decipher what is been happening on this pair. And so if a certain chart pattern happened 2 weeks ago, and it happens now, then you always have to make a decision on whether to buy. It informs you on which decision to do, whether to buy or sell.
Yeah.
That's a skill.
Okay. So what you're saying is, if I wanted to know what to do right now, I can go back to 7 years ago and look at the Monday in July at 10 a.m. and see, what was happening there? What happened? And then make a decision based off of that?
Actually, we approach it more like we approach it in an analytical time frame view, like on a daily, on a weekly, on a monthly. Like last month, how did the charts do? The last 6 months, how did the charts do? The last 1 week, how has been the trend? Has it been up?
Okay.
Or is it going to be down this week?
Right.
And so price action is what informs you to make decisions on trading depending on where do you see this market going.
Right.
Is it down or up?
So whether to buy or to sell.
To buy or sell.
So this, I guess, then your work involves a lot of speculation.
That's why you need the skill. That's where the skill comes in.
Okay.
Now, price action is basically the skill to learn and study the charts and the patterns in order to interpret them in your favor.
Okay, so that it's more informed.
Yes.
But it's still, to a good extent, speculative,
Yes, it is.
isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Because you're trying to see,
Yes, it is.
to try and understand, like, based off of this, what is most likely.
Yeah.
It's like you become a scientist almost.
Let me give you a real life example.
Okay.
Let's say we know we have seasons, right?
Yeah.
There's a rainy season.
Yeah.
There is hot season.
Right.
But even in the rainy season, you get 2 weeks of hot sun.
Yeah,
That's the kind of, so you know what's gonna happen, but you need the skill to decipher. Okay, I woke up today, but it should be cold, but it's hot.
Yeah.
So that's where the skill comes in. So you already know what's going to happen. The markets are always moving up and down, but you need the skill to actually decipher where is it really headed. Can I take advantage of this information to buy or sell to make money?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can imagine that it must have looked and been very different 30, 40 years ago compared to where things are today.
Yeah.
Things like technology, things like different administrations in government, in these like big countries. You know, the seven. Is it? Did you say 7 countries, or how many countries?
The G7.
The G7, the Great 7. So there's a lot that's happened over the last 30 years, and even just an influx of more traders coming into the space because you have access to the information. Has that in any way changed that chart that you're talking about, or is it still something that is relatively?
Now, there's something. Today you're getting a lot of lessons, including psychology, technical stuff. So there's one thing about human beings. Behaviors rarely change. Greed rarely changes. Fear rarely changes. And so people trade out of these emotions. Those rarely changes. However, what has changed over the years is the number of traders, the amount of capital invested, and access to information. That has changed. It has grown, and it's for the better. Because more money, more volatility, more opportunities. But human behavior, human behavior, it doesn't change. If people are fearful about the dollar hurting, they're gonna sell off the dollar. If people think this is a good time to buy the dollar, they're gonna buy the dollar out of greed. Fear, that doesn't change.
Interesting.
Yeah,